Welcome to this guided tour of the Praxis Framework website. I'm going to introduce you to the structure of the site, where to find its key content and useful tools. It's going to take 6 to 7 minutes because there's a lot to show you. I'll start with the home page. The core of the framework has 5 sections. These are shown in the top row of the main menu and comprise knowledge, method, competence, maturity, and library. The second and third rows take you to the main subsections in each area. Just above the main menu is the search bar, which you can use to look for specific topics across all 5 sections. And to the left is a drop-down menu, where you can choose your preferred language. Anytime you need a reminder of how the site works, you can watch this guided tour again from here. Below the information about certifications and the main principles of Praxis, you will find 2 videos. The first is about the core content. It explains why there are 5 sections, what they contain, and how they relate to the wealth of good practice guidance already available. The second video describes the full content of the website, including tools like Praxis 360 and Team Praxis. It also introduces the idea of the Praxis pathway, which is explained in detail by following the link in the next panel. If you prefer a printed book to a website, you can buy a copy from our publishing partner, the Stationery Office. This covers the first 4 of the 5 sections. The last 2 panels are Latest News, where you can keep up to date with recent additions to the website, and Blog, where you'll find ideas from many leading writers in the project delivery profession. From the home page, we can move to any one of the 5 sections of the framework. For example, clicking on Knowledge takes us to the Knowledge Overview page. Here, we will find 2 main features for navigating the website. Firstly, sitting on the left-hand side of the screen is the vertical menu, which lists the functions that comprise the discipline of project delivery. You can scroll up and down and pick any topic. Choosing stakeholder management as an example will illustrate the hierarchical structure of the list. Individual sections can be expanded and collapsed using the arrowheads, and the entire list can be expanded again by clicking on Expand All at the top of the menu. Secondly, on the relevant pages you will see horizontal tabs. These move between the sections of the framework for this particular topic. Clicking on Competence displays the performance and knowledge criteria that an individual needs in order to achieve competency in stakeholder management. Clicking on the Capability tab displays the goals that must be achieved for an organization to reach Level 1 capability maturity, followed by the attributes of Levels 2 and 3. The next tab is Resources. This lists third-party articles and downloadable templates. The Team Praxis tab explains how people with different behavioral characteristics will interpret and implement stakeholder management in different ways. You can learn more about this by watching the Team Praxis overview video. Finally, the Praxis 360 page provides a checklist of the attributes of successful stakeholder management. Checklists form part of the individual, team, and organizational paths that make up the Praxis pathway. Have a look at our Praxis 360 overview video to find out more about these. The methods section of the framework works in the same way, with each process, for example the definition process, having its corresponding competencies, capability maturity attributes, resources, and checklists. One of the important features of Praxis that isn't found in other guides is the integration of the different sections. Once again, using stakeholder management as our example, you'll see that many words and phrases are in blue. These are hyperlinks to related topics. For example, while reading about stakeholder management, you'll come across a reference to risk context. If you want to know more about that, then just click to be taken to that topic. Once you've finished with it, you can return to the stakeholder management page. Similarly, clicking on Identification Process will take you to the relevant topic in the Methods section. Our final example is stakeholder mapping. Clicking here takes you to the encyclopedia and an explanation of how the mapping technique works. At the bottom of the stakeholder management page, you'll find the heading, Projects, Programs, and Portfolios. This is another key characteristic of the framework. Instead of treating these as separate, mutually exclusive entities, Praxis regards them as points on a continuum. The progression of stakeholder management along that continuum is explained in this section. Another aid to navigating the site are the side tabs. To the left and right of every page are tabs that take you to other elements of the framework. From the glossary and latest news, to templates and videos, these shortcuts mean that everything you need is just a click away. There's one last page to look at. The library section provides another way to access much of the content we've already seen, and more. On the overview page are links to tools like Praxis 360, additional features such as the glossary and Praxis Local, and even 2 free project management novels. There's plenty of great content to explore. On this page, the vertical menu lists all the entries in the encyclopedia. If you want to browse the techniques and models it contains, this is the place to do it. I hope you found this guided tour useful, but before finishing, I'd like to make one final point. Praxis is community-driven. That means if you have ideas for improvement, you can let us know. If you spot something that isn't quite right, we can correct it quickly. If you have ideas for new content, we'd like to hear your suggestions. Simply use the Contact Us tab to get in touch. We look forward to hearing from you.